Hi everyone, this is Scott Seifferlein coming to you from the international laptop of GrandRapidsGolfLesson.com. Today we're going to highlight part 3 of how to practice effectively indoors. And one of the things you want to work on indoors, since you can't necessarily see the ball flight unless you have one of those high-tech simulators, one of the things that you want to work on indoors is actual body stability and relationship of body to the golf ball. And what I find with a lot of golfers is that the golf ball is too far forward in relationship to their body at impact. That doesn't necessarily mean it's too far forward at setup or in the swing, but in actual impact position. So it may or may not be affected by setup. But one of the things you can look for is you can take a face-on video of yourself set up to a golf ball, and you can look at that relationship of the golf ball to the body. You can draw a line from the golf ball up and see how much of your body is forward of the golf ball, as we can see here, and then how much of your body is behind the golf ball, as we can see here. You can also notice the different relationships of the lower body to the upper body. You'll see that the upper body is a little bit farther behind the golf ball overall, and the lower body is a little bit more ahead of the golf ball overall. There's not a huge difference, but a very subtle difference in body position in relation to that golf ball, and how the upper body and the lower body have a slightly different relationship to that golf ball. Now let's take a look at the body relationship throughout the swing. So we'll take a look at the backswing. You can see there's a slight shift back, so that a little bit more of the lower body now is behind the ball, but it's so subtle, it's not an effort that you actually want to make to try and get your lower body behind the golf ball. You really want more rotation than lateral movement behind the golf ball. However, you can see that almost the entire upper body is now behind the golf ball. Now let's take it into the transition. You're going to see the lower body starts to move forward, so that before the club even starts to come forward, the good players are already back to a point where their lower body is more forward of the golf ball. Upper body still staying back somewhat. Now the upper body is about even with the golf ball at the very beginning of the downswing with the club. And we'll come right into impact. And this is very interesting. Look at the massive amount of lower body forward of the golf ball. And now a majority of the upper body is also ahead of the golf ball, but not as much of the upper body is ahead of the golf ball as we see with the lower body. And those are the relationships of the body to the golf ball in the setup, top of the swing, and impact. The most important relationship is this one right here at impact, because there's a variety of players that get to impact in different ways, but again, this impact position is the most important. So you can take a look at face-on video of yourself indoor training and create those body relationships to the golf ball, and you'll find that you'll hit the ball much more solid.